arithmetic series. So what is a series? Well, it's the sum of a sequence. Imagine your friend asked you to add every number from 1 to 100. You could probably do it, but it would take a lot of time, and time is money. We don't want to do that. So there are two different formulas you can use. Sn is the sum of the first n terms. So if you're told to give the sum of the first 50 terms of a sequence, you replace the subscript here with 50, replace the n here with 50, just replace the n's with 50. N is the number of terms, as I've told you. T1 is the value of the first term, and Tn is the value of the nth term. So the last term of the sequence you are being asked to sum, the last term of the nth terms. It doesn't really matter which one you use. If you want to use this one, then you don't need to deduct what the last term of the sequence is, of the sequence you're being asked to sum up. But if you use this one, then you just have to know what the common difference is. So yeah. So let's do this series right here. What is the sum of the first 50? The sum of the first 50 terms. Let's do our first formula. Sn equals n to t1 plus n minus 1 common difference over 2. Okay, so n here will be 50 because it tells us the value of n. 2 t1, so we know that that's 3 plus 50 minus 1, which is 49. And the common difference here is 4. And then we divide all of that by 2. So get your calculator. Let's do 2 times 3, which is 6, plus 49 times 4. And then 50 times 202, divide by 2. Your answer will be 50, 50. You could also use this formula. But now, because we're using this formula, S50 will be equal to N T1 plus T50 over 2. So now we've got to determine what is T50. T50 is equal to T1 plus 50 minus 1, common difference, which was 4. The first term was 3. That says that T50 is 199. So we go back here. S50 is equal to N, which is 50. T1, 3 plus 199 over 2. Divide by 2, you get the same answer, 50, 50. So, to determine this, get our formula, Sn is equal, I'm going to use the first one, because who wants to do extra calculations for no reason? And then S100 is equal to 100 times 2, 2004, which is term 1, plus 100 minus 1, which is 99. Common difference. Let's do 1962 minus 2004. You get minus 42. Divide all of it by 2. Negative 75. That is the sum of the series, negative 7500. Okay, so given this series, what is the sum of this series? So we can use our sequence formula, which is Tn is equal to T1 plus n minus 1, common difference. Let's input 49 to the Tn. Tn equals 13 plus n minus 1. Common difference here is 2. 36 equals n minus 1. 2, divide 36 by 2. You get 18 is equal to n minus 1. And then so plus 1. 19 is equal to n. So that's the amount of terms you have in the sequence, in the series. So now we can do Sn is equal to, let's use the other formula to make our life easier. Now Sn will be equal, or S19 in this case, S19 will be equal to 19 plus 13 plus 49. Now, so let me explain this. It's asking us to find the sum of the entire sequence, but we don't know what n is. So by finding out how much terms are in the sequence using 49, we know that there's 19 terms in the sequence. So finding the sum of the first 19 terms is the same as finding the sum of the entire sequence. Divided by 2. So S19 will be equal to 5, 8, 9. Determine the sum of the first 6 terms of this arithmetic series. Well, we know the 6 terms, so this is actually going to be so easy. Sn is equal to n t1 plus tn over 2. S6 is equal to 6 t1 25 plus tn, which would be t6 here. And you know that the 6th term here is negative 30. So we can just do plus minus 30 divide by 2. It equals negative 15. That is the sum of the first 6 terms of this arithmetic series. So for this one, you're given like barely any info, okay? If you want to use this formula right here, you have to know what is T25 going to be. So let's just do that. T25 is equal to T1, which is 3, plus 25 minus 1. The common difference is negative 4. So T25 is equal to 3 plus 24 multiplied by negative 4. Negative 4 times 24 plus 3 gives us that T25 is equal to minus 93. In fact, I need some more space, so I'll just do it here. S25 will be equal to 25 T1, 3 plus minus 93 divide by 2. And the answer you get from this should be negative 1125. That is your sum for that. So, given this information, do you know the first 3 terms of the series? Let's just get our formula again. Sn equals n t1 plus. After this, we know that it must be S15 equals 15 T1 plus Tn over 2. Well, we know that S15 is 93.75 equals 15. We don't know T1, but we know that T15 is 11.5 over 2. So multiply both sides by 2. 187.5 is equal to 15 T1 plus 11.5. Divide both sides by 15. 12.5 is equal to T1 plus 11.5. Subtract 11.5, subtract 11.5. And T1 is equal to 1. And we know that the common difference is 0.75. So the rest of terms will just be 1.75 and 2.5. That is your answer.